Hey guys, I'm going to wait until some more people get on, but we are here. This is not the normal courthouse that many people would be coming to. Let me just switch this camera around real quick and we'll go from there. So we're actually out here in the South Sarasota courthouse, which is at 4004 South Tamiami Trail in Venice. And we have a lot of people, News Channel 8, we have Links, we have WFL Layout here. So we are here currently at the courthouse and we are going to be monitoring this case. I did stop. Let me switch this back around. There. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I do that. I always seem to, on this phone, I always seem to exit out just too many times. But I am here, and I did stop some of the media people that I recognized from being out in front of the Petito, or excuse me, the Laundrie house when I was out there for 5 weeks and asked them, had they shown up yet? And they said no. They have not yet showed up yet here, and they actually don't anticipate either the Laundries or the Petito family actually being present out here today, although we've heard from multiple sources that they would. I do rely and trust on the media people having the information necessary as to whether they're going to be here or not. I'm hearing from the media sources out here that there will be no attendance by either the Brian Laundrie's parents or Gabby Petito's parents here today. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. Again, I am here at the South Sarasota courthouse. This is not the one in downtown Sarasota. This is actually the courthouse that is in Venice, Florida. I am here now. I am present. I do plan on going inside. I do plan on hearing the motion. I do plan on hearing the arguments, and I plan on relaying all that information back to you just as soon as it wraps up. I'm going to be live out here for a little while as we wait for the time to, tick down. The court hearing's not happening until 1:30. It's happening in courtroom D here in Venice, Florida this afternoon. So as soon as I get some more information, I will be making sure that each and every one of you guys have that information readily available to you. Many of you guys know this is the one case that really holds a piece of my heart. All the cases we touch hold the pieces to our heart. But this was the one that got me into the work that I'm doing currently. And this was the milestone for Bullhorn Betty, as many of you guys know. And we have been following this case. We reported on this case back when this was going on, and this was, reported all over the world. This case had not only national attention, but it had global attention. And we're here today. We're still following through with this case. This case is not over. We're not done until there's justice for Gabby Petito. I'm wearing my Gabby Petito Justice for Gabby Petito shirt. It's been worn. It's got it. The print on it is worn. The stuff is falling off of it. But this was the shirt. This is the shirt I'm going in there with. I am representing Justice for Gabby Petito today. And we're out here again, South Sarasota Courthouse in Venice. I'm here right now, and we will be letting you guys know. So I'm going to get off here for a little bit. I know this is a short live. Please turn all your bells to all as I go live. I will be bringing you guys in. I am planning on recording what I'm allowed to record inside the courthouse related to this particular case. But as of right now, nothing's really going on. We're here super early. I would like to see the Petitos and Schmidt. I would like to see the Laundries. I've got questions for the Laundries primarily. I'm out here. I'm going to be respectful. I left the bullhorn in the car. I don't plan on foreseeing using the bullhorn out here. For all the haters out there, just want to make sure that's clear. Bullhorn Betty is just going to be Betty. So, anybody have any questions that you guys would like to know before I go in there? Oh, hey, Dolly. Nice to see you in here. I got to tell you, it's pretty stinking hot out here. It almost feels like it did when we were out there in front of their house. I want to see them too, but like I said, my sources out here said nobody's going to be making. It seems like it's just going to be attorneys arguing the motion to dismiss. I will let you guys know whether it was sufficient as soon as I know. I know WFLA is here. They're going to be running this live. I didn't bring my computer. Otherwise, I would have at least turned it on and ran it live from the house until I got back there. But I didn't think that far ahead. So, stay tuned to WFLA. They're not an organization that I really care about because, they really upset me over Kathleen Moore. And just lost a host of respect from me, especially when they can camp out in front of Gabby Petito's house for 5 weeks. And then you have this, this black lady that had similar circumstances, didn't get a freaking stitch of airtime hardly. And it really upset me very much. So, I've called them out. They know who I am. I know who they are. But we will, as long as they're advocating for the right things and they're running it, watch them. I'll try, like I said, if I can go live from inside, I will run it live myself, but I have a funny feeling that's not going to be possible with the rules of the clerk of the court. So we'll see what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. I'm going to go ahead and get in there. I'm going to get my seat set up and then I'll be back out here. So just stay tuned. And when I go live, I go live. Don't forget to turn your bell to all and you guys will be able to get the updates that you need. Kit and Kat, I think they have enough here, enough meat to the bone that it will survive a motion to dismiss. But again, these types of things are really, adjudicated by a judge. There is not going to be, jurors on this type of thing. So it depends on how it's argued and whether they have an actual cause of action. A cause of action that they can proceed past a motion to dismiss. We did kind of break it down this morning on my live. If you'd like to go back through the lives, you'll be able to see the breakdown I had. And I do believe that if there's based on the four corners, because even the argument that the defense had brought in their response or their motion to dismiss went outside the four corners of the complaint. And that's a problem for me because the complaint has to be taken as true for the motion to dismiss. And if everything in the complaint is true, then they have their cause of action. They do have their ability to move this case forward. So we are just going to wait and see what the judge has to say, see how the judge rules. Right now, the defendants, which are the Laundrie parents, are actually trying to make sure that this is dismissed with prejudice, meaning that they can never, ever bring this cause of action before the court again. I think that's a little too harsh, and I believe that any judge in and around here that I'm familiar with would not be that harsh, put that harsh of an order in place. It is possible, but I don't think that's probable. Even if they don't, even if it doesn't survive the motion to dismiss, I don't think it's going to be dismissed with prejudice. I think it's going to be dismissed. If it's dismissed without prejudice, they're going to have the ability to go back and amend that complaint if they so choose. But based upon what I was reading, I think there's enough meat to the bone to move this case past the motion to dismiss. But again, it's up to the judge and it's up to the arguments of both the plaintiff and the defendant to overcome the motion to dismiss or to get that motion to dismiss denied. So, or granted rather. So that's just my thoughts on it. The witness in this is what people don't understand. They're asking for digital documentation. They're asking for, phone records and things of that nature, text messages, emails, all that. That would probably be the witness, so to speak, in this case. If they wanted to drive, for the emotional distress argument, they just need to prove that what they did was intentional. We talked about the 4-prong test that they must prove in order to successfully try this emotional duress type of case. There's a 4-prong test that they have to meet in order to be successful in trial for a case like this. But we're out here representing justice for Gabby in any capacity that we can. I want to thank all of you guys. Many of you guys started watching me back when I was in front of Brian Laundrie's house, the dirty laundry home, when we were just sick and tired of being sick and tired of the parents. The parents are culpable in this. In one way or another, they're culpable in this, and they should have to pay for their culpability in this particular situation. And they should be thankful because they skated on charges. They skated on charges. They could have been charged with something. I don't know why they chose not to charge. I think they thought maybe because both sides, Brian's gone. They realized that it would be more harm than good to prosecute him, but I don't think so, because what they did to that girl, what they did after she met her demise, is despicable. They are despicable people. I have nothing good to say about the Laundries. I have nothing good to say about Brian Laundrie. I think they all deserve a special place in hell, in my opinion. Just my opinion. People may agree, people may disagree. That's not for me to decide. We are here for the judge to decide the merits of this motion to dismiss, and that's what we're going to be seeing today. Yeah, and the other thing is I don't hear them denying or disputing any of the arguments that the Petitos brought up. I don't see them disputing that. All they're arguing is that it was within their constitutional right. And we all know that our constitutional rights are given to us. But there's at times when you cross that line from constitutional rights to putting yourself in legal jeopardy. And I think that is where we are right now with the Petitos. Their son had a right to remain silent. I'm not sure that they did. I'm not sure that they had the Fifth Amendment privilege provided to them, especially if they were not being charged or looked at in connection with this. I don't know. I don't know how that will work or how the judge will perceive that based upon the laws we have here in the 12th Judicial Circuit of Florida. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Yeah, I don't think the right to privacy is going to be sufficient to overcome what they did to those parents. I really don't. But again, I'm just one person. I'm not the judge in this case. The judge has an uphill battle to, levy justice. And I hope that this case does survive the motion to dismiss. If it survives the motion to dismiss, this case is going to start moving. You're going to start seeing an answer come from the defendants within 20 days. You're going to start seeing those pretrial discovery motions going out, motion for deposition, motion for production of documents, motion for interrogatories, requests for admissions. You're going to start seeing all that start coming out, and we will see where it goes from here. Well, that's your interpretation. That's your interpretation. There are a lot of things that people think they can do, and when they come to a civil court, they find out they have violated the law. And that's the purpose of civil court. Even though it doesn't rise to the level of criminal, people have a right to sue and be sued in the United States. And this is one of those things where you may feel that they have a right to remain silent. And hey, the judge may even feel that. They may dismiss this entire case. But there are reasons for people to take civil action against a person or persons in our courts here in the United States, because people have a right to justice, civilly and criminally. And whether you believe that to be true or not, or whether I believe that to be true or not, it doesn't matter. All that matters is what that judge and what is able to be argued in these courts and what the judge orders. So again, I'm going to be inside that courtroom today. I'm going to listen to everything that's argued and everything that is said inside that courtroom. And I doubt I'm going to be able to go live from inside, but if I can, I will. So is the First Amendment, but there's such thing as harassment. Just because you have a First Amendment right to speak doesn't mean you can run into a theater and scream fire or bomb. There's limitations on your constitutional rights in the United States in which that you can be held criminally and civilly liable for. So again, yes, it is just your opinion. We'll see what we're able to do. I like to follow the rules. If I'm able to just do audio and not do visual, I will do audio and post it later in the day. Honestly, I really don't know. Sometimes it's an easy decision. They come in here for 15, 20, 30-minute intervals, maybe an hour to plead their motion. And then the judge will either immediately grant or deny the motion, or they may say, you know what, I need time to digest this. I'll let you guys know in 48 hours. So we don't even know if we're going to get the order today. It really does depend on the arguments that are provided by both the plaintiff side as well as the defense side, and see where it goes from there. This starts at 1:30 this afternoon, as many of you guys, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Right now, it is 12:33 my time, and I'm out here in front of the courthouse, about to get in my car to cool off and get my papers and stuff ready. I will be taking notes inside that courtroom so I can make sure that I'm very accurate with everything that I am saying. So I realize there are some people that disagree, that believe that they have a right to remain silent. But again, there are limitations to what we are allowed to do. Even our constitutional rights are limited in this country, whether we like it or not. Again, we have a freedom of speech, but you can't go into a movie and scream bomb or fire. You will be criminally and legal and civilly charged if anybody is hurt. So, I understand people believe they have the right to do that. But again, it comes down to the case law. It comes down to the precedent that has been set. It comes down to what they argue and how well they argue their position. If the position is argued well, then if the defense position is argued well, then we are going to see a motion to dismiss granted. If the plaintiff has the better argument, you're going to see the motion to dismiss denied. I do not have a seat, but right now there's not a whole lot of people here. I'm going to be going in to make sure my seat is there. I got to put my bag down, and then I'll be coming out and recording some content. I probably won't go live unless I can go live from inside the courtroom. I will be finding out shortly. There is no jury for motions. No, there's not. This is going to be heard by a judge and decided by a judge. Yeah. And that's going to probably be what many people argue. Right now, they're just arguing whether they have sufficiency to bring a motion, or excuse me, a complaint of, emotional duress. If they have enough meat to the bone of their argument, their complaint that they're bringing of um, emotional duress derived directly from the Laundrie parents in this case is what they're going to be arguing about today, and whether they have the legal standing to bring this civil case forward today. I don't know how to answer that. I really don't. Anything I say at this point would be speculation because, again, I want to hear the arguments that they state on the record and how they argued this motion to dismiss before the judge. But let me go. I'm going to go on in there now. I got to get set up. I got to turn the car off. And I will let you guys know. You may want to go to my Twitter handle. If I can post stuff, I may be posting through Twitter versus my community tab here on YouTube. So again, the Twitter is at Bullhorn, it's at American Law 411, but you can also search for Bullhorn Betty on YouTube. There's a lot of impersonators, but look for American Law 411. It's 411, like info, 411. And I'm going to go ahead and get in here. I'm going to get set up, and I'll try to come back and get this. You can withhold information. People do it every day. It's the Fifth Amendment. You know what? I'm not going to argue with you anymore. I'm really not. You can have your opinion. It's up to the judge. We will see. Because many people misconstrue the law. Many people misconstrue the limits of their constitutional rights. And I doubt that you're an attorney. I doubt you've ever went into a courthouse to argue a case like this. So I'd really like, instead of you posting misinformation in my chat, we allow the judge to decide what is allowed and what is not allowed in this particular case. We are seeking justice for Gabby Petito and justice for all victims of domestic violence here today. And I hope to God this case does pass the mustard and is able to move forward to trial. So God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you in the near future. We're still out here fighting for justice for Gabby Petito, and we will not give up until that day comes. God bless you.